Welcome everyone, it is Mr. Champ here, and today we're gonna check out the top 5 worst pandemics in history. Alright, so pandemics are basically when a new virus comes out, kind of like if you're in 2019 of May or June or July or March, April, or even February or January, you'll know about the coronavirus and that it became an epidemic, then a pandemic, and then so and so on. So that it's literally an outbreak. So we're gonna check out top 5 worst pandemics in history. Alright. So we can't really put the coronavirus in this because well, it's kinda new right now and it's not cured yet. Until it gets cured, then we'll get that information ready. So let's get to number 5. Alright, coming in on number 5 is a virus. Very deadly. Well, not really a virus, but a plague. Yes, and it is called the Antonine Plague, 165 AD. Alright, so the death toll of this plague, or virus you can call, was 5 million. You're probably saying, this plague was a long time ago. How do we know it? Well, actually the cause is unknown right now. Plague is also known as a plague of Gallion. It was also an ancient plague, and it affected Asia Minor, Egypt, Greece, and Italy, and it is thought to have been either smallpox or measles. So, yeah. But it's still unknown. The unknown disease was brought back to Rome by soldiers returning to Mesopotamia around 165 AD. Unknowingly, they had spread a disease which would end up killing over 5 million people and declaiming the Roman army. Now, if that spooks you all, coming in on number 4 is Plague of Justinian. Alright, this plague actually came a long time after, so it was 541 to 542. You're probably saying like AD, BC. No, it's literally, how it's 2020 or whatever year it is, right? This was 541 after BC. So this virus death toll was 25 million. Now, that is a lot. The cause was a bubonic plague, which is very deadly. Very. And it had thought to kill perhaps half the population of Europe. Oh my gosh. So, it affected lots of empires and the Mediterranean port cities. It killed so many people and was a terror to all. Now, this was first recorded as a bubonic plague, and it's left its mark on the world. This was very, very dangerous, guys. Now, it did kill up to a quarter of the population of the Eastern Mediterranean. Now, that is a lot, and back then a lot of people would live in the Mediterranean since it was very bad, like long ago. Like, no one knew about Canada, US, maybe Mexico. I don't know for sure. I don't think Mexico. Probably okay, let's just say summary of it, or the point of it, is most of North America. Now, this plague was very dangerous. Like, I am thankful that this is gone. Now, coming in at number 3. Oh my gosh, this is gonna really scare you, and the most scary thing about this, it was pretty recent. Well, for what I am right now in 2020. Alright, coming in at number 3 is HIV, aka AIDS, at its peak. Now, AIDS, or HIV, has been here for a long time. Not too long, but for some time. I mean, not even that long, just for some time. Now, at its peak was 2005 to 2012. Now, this map will show you As you can see on the left bottom corner, shows which population got it a lot. Now, one thing to note is that India, southern and eastern Africa was a very what is it called? How can I say this? Very deadly there, or infected there. And yeah, other ones are just like a lot, and yeah, all right. So this virus, the cause was HIV and AIDS, but the death toll was 36 million. So this virus was first identified in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is if you see where all that bright red is in Eastern Africa and Southern, if you look at the middle country, the very big middle country, that's actually the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So yeah, now it actually first was identified there in 1976, so not very long ago, but still some time. And it was truly proven itself as a global pandemic, killing more than 36 million people since 1981. Currently, there are between 31 to 35 million living with HIV. So this virus does not have a cure yet. It's still infecting people all around the world. The vast majority of these people. Whoa. Okay. Sorry. Were in the sub-Saharan Africa, where I showed you, and where 5% of the population was infected. Now there's lots of people living in Africa at that time, right now actually. So just imagine. Now the virus as awareness has grown, new treatments have been developed to make HIV far more manageable, and many of these infected go on to lead productive lives. So yeah, it's been very bad, guys. Okay, so let's go on to number 2. Now, coming in at number 2, the virus that we can all say was very deadly. Now, let me just find it. Okay, so coming in at number 2 is flu pandemic, aka Spanish flu, 1918. Now, the death toll of this virus or flu pandemic was 20 to 50 million people. Cause was influenza, and it was between 1918 to 1920. Now, this virus tore across the whole globe, affecting over a third of the world's population and ending the lives of 20 to 50 million people. Over 500 million people were infected in 1918 pandemic, and the mortality rate was estimated to be 10 to 20%, which is up to 25 million deaths in the first 25 weeks alone. Now, what separated the 1918 flu pandemic from other influenza outbreaks was the victims, where influenza was always previously only killed juveniles and elderly or already weakened patients. It had begun striking down hardly and completely healthy young adults, while leaving children and those with weaker immune systems still alive. So the worst thing about this virus or pandemic was that it really affected people with good immune systems. Now, normally people would say that, oh, your immune system isn't that good, that's how you got all these flus in the flu season. But this virus really changed that up. Now, coming in at number 1, the worst virus, or I should say plague, was the Black Death, 1346 to 1553. Now, this virus is actually here for quite a while, but normally, or actually, the virus was worst at this time, especially in Europe. Now, the death toll of this virus was 75 to 200 million people. The cause as well was also bubonic plague, just like the others. And from 1346 to 1353, an outbreak of the plague ravaged. As you can see, the plague ravaged Europe, Africa, Asia, with an estimated death toll between 75 and 200 million people, as I have told you before. Thought to have originated in Asia, the plague was most likely jumped continents via the fleas living on the rats so frequently lived aboard merchant ships. Ports, being major urban centers at the time, were the perfect breeding ground for the rats and fleas, and thus the insidious bacterium flourished, devastating three continents in its wake. So, I've heard that before this virus came, these fleas and all these rats would come on the ships, and that's how it would spread to all the soldiers and all those people. So, yeah, okay. Hopefully, you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.